Shout out to the VIP. This is London on Bitcoin Spike. Guys, what's going on? Nice price action. Going to review crypto for you guys, primarily Bitcoin. We're going to go through Bitcoin. Nice move today, 3.74% to 31,218. Want to shout out to our VIP. You guys got that right. VIP, top level of membership. And guys, we're trading in the back. I got to let you guys know, trading in the back. I got to scroll through, find Freddie at 34%. Previously, what was it, 100+%? Freddie is just killing it in the back. What's up, Freddie? Want to shout out to Freddie in the house. What's up, my man? VIP Freddie, let's go. In terms of additional VIP, I want to feature Jubal in the house, doing a great job. Both you guys just killing it in the back. It's great to have you. If you guys trade BTC, you guys want to be in the back with us. I guarantee you that. In terms of the focus on BTC, I'm looking at other alts, and I'm just kind of like, the one thing I'm going to leave on the screen is Luna. I'm going to leave it on the screen, guys. Just let's continue. What do you guys think? Let's continue to trade Bitcoin. Look at this, you guys. That's the Luna chart. Let's continue to trade Bitcoin. Luna technically in a really bad bear, or I'm going to call it a bear flag. It is a bull flag, but yeah, let's continue to trade BTC. Absolutely, a bit of attention towards Doge. Shout out to Elon Musk company. I want to see what you want to do with Doge. A decent management team, or at least including a main figurehead like Elon. We'll take it. Do Kwon, no gracias. In terms of the pattern framework today, VIP, we're trading. I want to talk about what we discussed last night. I let out, and this is London with Bitcoin Spike. Just so you guys know, not financial advice. Okay, former financial professional. Private hedge fund owner, etc., but not SEC. But just so you guys know, not financial advice. Okay. In terms of the feature here, I brought this to your attention last night in terms of the symmetrical triangulation on the 4-hourly. Boom, we're up and out. That's nice. That's expected. I've been telling VIP the last few days, it's like I'm just comfortable in a 10x, switching to a 20x or 125x when the occasion presents itself. But a lot of people have made money in the back. It's been a good few days here. Now, in terms of this top line, this top side, now it's interesting in terms of the details. Let's go through the details, because the symmetrical triangulation on the 4-hourly BTC currently 31,180. Hit the like button and let me know that you guys are here in terms of the comments, guys. Oh, there we go. What's up, guys? I just profiled both of you. Hope you guys got that. I just profiled Freddie and I profiled Jubal. I hope that you guys saw that. You're at the very beginning in terms of the profile. If you guys want to re-watch it, pardon, VIP. Just the best group, guys. You're awesome. Huh? It's great to be in the back with you guys. Definitely. And I profiled you guys in the back. Just do it again in terms of Freddie just killing the trades, doing a great job, catching on to those futures without a doubt. Freddie and Jubal, my man. What's up, Jubal? Jubal's great technical trader. It's just excellent to have both you guys in the back, and we've got a bunch more than that, guys. We'll go through additionals if they show up. I hope you guys are having a good weekend, had a great weekend. Let's go over this nuance that we're currently in right now. Up 3.63%, 31,176. And I have some commentary. I think that you need to hear the commentary. If you're just stopping by real quickly, we have some commentary on BTC, and I definitely think you need to hear it, guys. Very important in terms of the inter-exchange dynamics currently in play on Bitcoin. We need to discuss it as a group. If you guys want to formulate an opinion on it, let me know what your opinions are on it. But essentially, as we look at this, and let's talk about this nuance first of all. We would expect this support line carry up, boom, parallel channel to the top, essentially the top pivot into the level of resistance on the 4-hourly. It's a nice pattern. It's a nice triangulation. You guys know from last night, what did I bring up? This is just crucial TA, guys, crucial. In terms of on the weekly, what do we do on the weekly, guys? And I want to just explain this while I have a bit of time. It's a little bit more clear when I'm not trying to cut a quick tape, right? I can talk to you guys a little bit in terms of this preceding, and sorry, I'm not going to apologize. I won't apologize for the bear flag video last night, because I brought up when we were looking in the weekly chart, okay, in this preceding zone here, I did bring up on the stream. I brought up on the stream the fact that in this weekly, if we really scale in, there's the all-time high, okay, 69,000. On the weekly, when we're looking at a symmetrical triangulation like this, I brought up this fact in this zone here before the breakout, boom, that we could be looking at a bear flag in this zone. Bam. Okay, so this is the point. Not that we're definitely going down in this abandoned ship. That's not it. We expect the move to the upside, guys. Here, we expected it. I expected it. Here, we're having positive price action now. That's not a surprise either. But what is important as we go into these, I'd say the 4 hourly, I like the 4 hourly on the actual candle wicks in terms of what a great parallel channel that was established here, feeding off of that weekly chart, as you guys understand. Yeah, there we go. That carry up, feeding off of the, I say the extra volatility at the lower time frames, that 4 hourly, etc. Right, the 4 hourly is very well demonstrated in terms of that. You see the internal triangulation there, the symmetrical triangulation. That is the weekly, just to bring this to the forefront of your attention, just so that we understand exactly the dynamics in play here. Yes, this was the symmetrical triangulation, right? Bam. You guys get that. The carry up from the support to resistance, that notion, okay, is essentially we're kind of in an amplified level of volatility at the lower time frames. You guys know that. There's more expressed volatility at the lower time frames. The 4 hourly, we did exactly that. Boom. We carried up to that top line resistance, bear flag. So that's a dynamic of any, guys, of any specific coil reversal. You call the coil symmetrical triangulation. You guys got that, right? It coils up, you know, tightening in here, right? So to the extent that I let the video out just because I want to be on the record that, first of all, if you missed the stream, we talked about bear flag before it was even really, I'd say, conceivable by the market that we were in bear flag country, right? But any symmetrical triangulation can do that to the market, right? It could just be a mid-level feature here of an upward sloping channel here. Just mind yourselves of that, okay? Always mind yourselves of that. Anytime you have a symmetrical triangulation, right, and you're coming in from the upside, and you guys know this, but I just want to review it. There may be some people who are new, right, in terms of this. Boom. All right, anytime that we have what looks to be just an awesome reversal, boom, we're up and out. Well, we got a little problem, right? We got a little problem. All of a sudden, we got ourselves a big problem, and that is the nature. Didn't want that to go there. Get down here there. In terms of this specified feature of a symmetrical triangulation. Now understand, please, the fact that you have two targets possible. You guys know there's two targets possible on any specific symmetrical triangulation. And Pathfinder, what's up, brother? Appreciate you digging back into that. Auto renew helps. Pathfinder just renewing his deal. Pathfinder's old. He's old school in VIP. Welcome back, Pathfinder. Just hit that auto renew function, guys. So much easier to just keep your stuff on auto renew. In terms of that, I appreciate that, Pathfinder. Nice to see you. Keeping up that badge. Just important, guys. I wouldn't say it otherwise, but guys, we're making money in the back, period. You guys know that. Hey, it worked. Okay, you got that thing to work. Good. And we'll do I'll do something cool here for a second. 2 seconds. Let me get through this real quickly. And what we're talking about is the following on the parallel channel function, right, that we just went through. Bam. Okay, so when we get that parallel, that bottom line support up to that resistance, what happens, guys? Boom. It's just a possibility, right? But it just played out. I'm not sure who really caught that. I would think No Torque probably caught it. He listens, guys. That guy listens. You have no idea he listens. So when I brought this up on the preceding level, and what would be great is for me to cover this fact now and it not to happen. That'd be fantastic. I'd love that because I brought it up in this level and it happened, right? I'm like, I don't want that to happen, right? So to the extent that I can bring it up, maybe we can, shove some attention somewhere else. Maybe we don't want to be right here. How about that? Let's not be right on this occasion. How about that? I'll bring it up and let's not be right. This zone, it was just a huge feature for anyone who was listening during that live stream. It was just a big deal. And you had to understand, guys, you had to understand the specific dynamics of a symmetrical triangulation, also the inner workings between the weekly, let's say, and the 4 hourly and the lower time frames, right? Very important, like a good discussion. We're going to have a good discussion as well on BTC. I want to talk about some very important parameters. But as we would discuss this, understand that the lights haven't gone out on BTC. Ideally, what would I like to happen? Really, you guys know me. I'm always looking for a flat top, period. And ideally, what I'd like to see happen could be something along the lines of, I don't know, something like this could be really nice, right? Can we formulate something other than an upward sloping channel? Now, you also do understand that a bear flag can fail, right? We understand a bear flag can fail without a doubt, right? So to the extent that we could beat a bear flag, right, we get into a double bottom kind of type scenario, etc. Bear flag isn't required to complete to the downside. And I'm going to get into some discussions on BTC without a doubt. It's just very important for me to discuss the following in terms of the golden pocket. Who was able to hit it? who was not able to hit it, which exchange were you on, what pricing are you being given. Guys, this is a big discussion. Yes, Luna, and I'm not going to spread FUD into anything, guys, but we trade. You guys know that. We're traders. We like to trade, period. And to the extent that we're having a discussion right now, a realistic discussion on who was allowed or who, by whatever mechanism possible, was it arbitrage, right? Excuse me, was it arbitrage? Was it, as we would look at this, into the 69,000, let me just get this, and depending upon which chart you're on, it's funny, when you look at this, it's like, no, we hit the golden pocket. There you, oh, yeah. No, that's what I just drew on, right? We have not hit the golden pocket. We would need this to complete, bam, to hit the golden pocket. Now, certain exchanges hit the golden pocket. And shout out to Jubal. You were in the back. Very interesting, Jubal. I actually had a side exchange that I was working off of. This is just by chance, but we wouldn't have realized it otherwise, guys. We were in the back. We were trading, and we were booking trades. And to the extent that Jubal, you remember this, Jubal. Jubal from Alaska. What's up, Alaska? Yo, in terms of this, guys, understand, look how close we got to the golden pocket. Just lift it up off of this on Binance and some other exchanges, right? Now, other exchanges, guys, other exchanges participated down into the golden pocket. Okay, so to the extent that you weren't allowed to buy it, guys, or your target just, you weren't allowed to pick up, I'd say BTC at that price, guys, I mean, what kind of discussion are we having right now? There are market participants who are allowed somehow or who were permitted through the operation of their exchange to pick up golden pocket, cheaper Bitcoin. That's not the kind of discussion I want to be having. I think as much as we could discuss, and I'm nearly extremely serious about this fact, guys, as much as we could clearly discuss Luna right now at 0.00024, right? In a, I guess, it's in a bull flag, whatever, guys. Nix, no thank you, right? To the extent that we need to see some realistic discussions, right, by someone, somewhere, if not VIP, like who, right? At some point, who was allowed to pick up the golden pocket? This is the other question. On what exchanges or other individuals trading on leverage where they may or may not have gotten liquidated on a specific degree of leverage? How are those decisions exactly made? How many exchanges are in the foray here? What exactly is going on in crypto in terms of a control dynamic? You get into a control dynamic. Is it all just chance? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Do you think it's all just a chance? Now, I'll tell you. The hedge funds, and I bring this up because these are real discussions that need to occur. We have VIP. Pathfinder just joined back. VIP, I know this. Jubal, Freddie, VIP are ready to hit the golden pocket, and we were not allowed somehow to hit the golden pocket when other exchanges clearly got into this level. Unbelievable discussion, guys. Unbelievable discussion. Like the ability to participate in an exchange. I'm just going to tell you this, guys. To the extent that you didn't get the price here that you wanted, how consistent is the residual of the exchange? Let's say comparative to your trades. This is the concern, and it's a discussion we need to have. It's the weekend. We're going to talk. We're going to get into the pricing dynamics here. Don't worry. We're going to get into the technical analysis here. Okay. If you're not in VIP, you guys need to join. Period. Guys, the back is full. We're trading all day long. Okay. This is not going to scare us from the market, but I want to discuss it to the extent that you're in a leverage position. And your exchange just magically doesn't, let's say, even pick up your leverage trade, your futures orders. I mean, you get to the point. Are you guys kidding me? I mean, let's say I've got heavy leverage trade, heavy futures waiting on order at the golden pocket. Oh, but your exchange didn't pick those up. How many exchanges did pick it up? Why? It gets into, guys, the framework. I understand differentiation in terms of exchanges, but to the extent that that's controllable or could be manipulated, I find that horribly concerning, guys, for the integrity of the market. I just have to say that, guys. Now, yes, we can still trade. We can play aggressively. We can pick up early, etc. But when we're in the back, Jubal and I were in the back, and Jubal saw the exchange I was on where we hit into the golden pocket, right? You saw that, Jubal. We've got it on the Twitter feed, right, in the back. And to the extent that people were allowed or not allowed to participate, and essentially you were prohibited from making that amount of money. It's just not, that's not, and I bring up Luna because as sure as Luna is a problem, right? There's a problem. There's some, Jubal, I appreciate the info on that, right, etc. But to the extent that Luna is a problem, I think we've got another problem in terms of the fair nature of the ability to trade. And I'm concerned about that. That's something I want to follow up on. I'd like to see people like Michael Saylor and some other guys that even talk about long-term holding, long-term purchasing. To the extent that this affects traders more than whoever, guys, whatever the dynamics are in place. I want to find out. I want to know, and I want the traders and the Bitcoin holders, etc., to not just forget this notion. Oh well, other people got to buy Bitcoin at $1,000 cheaper than you. Oh, really? Right? That's not cool, guys. That doesn't work. That doesn't work in my book. Oh, and all of your, I know you had orders right here, but it came within $80 of your orders, right? Well, at this point, guys, and we'll measure up exactly, but at this point, you're up on 20%. Say ballpark 20% on a futures order, or a potential leverage, right? Situation 20%. Oh, but it just didn't pick up your order on your exchange? No way, guys. No way. There is a better dynamic in play in terms of market equilibrium. I'll just tell you. And yes, I'll just say this. Yes, there are dynamics in play at times, okay, that you'll get into like hedge funds, etc. And I had a private hedge fund, just private, guys, non-SEC, etc. in California back in the day. And what I'll say is this, is that, yes, there are some mechanisms in play in terms of hedging, right? Inter or intra cross-exchange arbitrage exists. Okay, that's a big guy going to one exchange, boom, buying up, selling, bam, on the other exchange, right? Flowing in, hitting the order books, boom, boom, on both exchanges, arbitrage between exchanges. Okay, good, that's fine. But to the extent that, let's just say this at least. I'd like to see, while issues pertaining to Luna, etc., are going to be dealt with, there is no way that we should, as a community, guys, as a group of traders in Bitcoin, that we should just allow the issue as to whether or not we get picked up on a golden pocket while other people get picked up on the golden pocket. Guys, there's no way that we should just let that kind of just fall off. We've been waiting for the golden pocket on Bitcoin for a long time. You guys know that. For a very, very long time. So to the extent that is highly relevant, I just invite you guys to explore some thought and detail into that equation. Okay, so nothing. It's not a terrible discussion, but I am, guys. I'm just a little bit adamant about it. Okay, I just am. I'm a little bit adamant about it. So, and that's just because I know it affects the traders. I know it affects the VIP, etc. So that is what that is, guys. And glad we had a chance to discuss that. And it's just we couldn't meet without that, guys. It's just it's hugely important. We just couldn't meet without that. So in terms of welcoming Pathfinder, we want to welcome Pathfinder. Let me see if this will work for us. 2 seconds. And rock and roll, Pathfinder. Welcome back to VIP. And guys, if you're former VIP, etc., all you got to do is hit the button. You guys know that. It's real easy. Just hit the button. We'll slow down here a little bit in terms of the price action. I know the VIP are doing well, that they're trading, that they made money today. It's been a good day. Not that big of a move, guys. You're working on your leverage on your futures, etc. And that's nice to see. Isn't that nice to see that you guys are just doing well? Bottom line, it's important, right? In terms of let's say in terms of some fibs, looks like we're about at the 23.6. Okay, about at the 23.6 on a more I'd say not an extremely aggressive interval here, but in terms of the just that most recent range low to the range high on the specific candle wicks. Okay. And in terms of that application, there are a host of different measures you can take in terms of playing more aggressive, lifting up your levels of the Fibonacci, right? Your Fibonacci's to the breakout of a preceding zone. But guys, just in terms of the most basic approach, candle wick, low to high, and if there's variability therewith, we will start to look into the lines. Okay, we'll start to look at the lines on the 1 minute, lines on the 5 minute, etc., and see if the traders have adapted to some different kind of protocol, right? In terms of their I guess their targeting, right? We always say buy at support, sell at resistance, trade your patterns and hit your targets. Congratulations to Freddie. Freddie, you had a great trade in here. It was a great pickup. It was nice to see that. I was saying the Bulls need to move in, and Freddie just dynamically hit into this area here. Was very, very nice in terms of that pickup, Freddie. That was extremely, extremely nice. A little bit of a dissension here. We can go to the different time frames and really explore that, where we were at, but that was just a beautiful pickup, Freddie. Bam, nice trade. A lot of nice trades in the back. Let's see, Jubal, you did well today, huh? Jubal did well, exited a position from spot on a lower level. And guys, understand it's not all extreme futures trading. It's not all extreme leverage. A lot of sensible trades going on consistently in the back. And just looking at the framework here, just a touch, right? Along that Fibonacci, that level of the Fibonacci, we can dig into. Let's dig into and let's say potentially tighten this up so that we can view this just a touch better. Let's look at this here. Let's bring this over just a touch. Let's get into the, we'll get into the 1 minute. Let's get into the lines, and let's see if we can see if we can find a trade, or otherwise, guys, if you have already booked your trades. I know VIP have already booked a lot of trades. Okay, so congratulations, guys. I know that you've done well today. That's a good thing. We had an interesting dynamic here. This was the dynamic on the 5 minute time frame. Very interesting. Yeah, way to go, Jubal, hitting those targets, my man. Boom. It's not that difficult, is it? It's not always that easy, but if you really focus, if you're hitting those targets, if you really focus, it's not that difficult either. So just looking at this expansion here, and it was a key feature that we focused on quite a bit today in terms of that expansion, either a flat top or an expanding top, right, with an expanding bottom. We had 3 or 4 of those patterns. The NASDAQ is currently in one of those. You guys know we don't really cover NASDAQ, but and what is the other discussion here ongoing, guys? To the extent that all of a sudden we're coupled with the NASDAQ, you guys know it's like there's an independent utility of Bitcoin, and now we're nearly reliant. At least I'd say it seems like 60 to 70, maybe 80% of the time of the days. Now we're reliant on whether or not NASDAQ is going to have a positive day. What does that mean, guys? What is that? We're correlated with the NASDAQ. We're a tech stock. We're treated as a tech. It's guys. Bitcoin should be Bitcoin. Equities should be equities. We have an independent utility function, vastly different overall ownership. I mean, just the entirety of the equation is 100% different with Bitcoin. And I just don't understand, along with, the concerns about who was allowed to hit the golden pocket and who was not allowed. There's no other way to talk about it, guys. There's no other way to discuss it in terms of a little bit of a falling wedge here as we look at the pickup potential on that 23.6 measured from the, as you guys know, measured from that from the wick to the wick. So a little bit of a pickup potential here, and we could also allow in some additional Fibonacci's here just to measure. It looks like potential pickup on that golden pocket, which will push if we include the entirety of the dynamics to the, and just by push I mean operate below, right? Just that's a kind of a generic phrase for a host of situations. But if we just go to the lines here, clearly on that golden pocket, and just interesting, some interesting commentary, guys. That it represents, guys. It's not me. It's not like, oh, Mr. Loudmouth wants to talk. No, these are situations that have come in the form of like complaints of like problems with traders, with VIP, etc. So when I'm talking about these things, I'm clearly just talking about some discussions that we've had in VIP, right? So it's not like I've just got my own agenda, and hey, guys, it ain't about me, guys. It's about the traders, and I'm a trader. You guys are traders. So to the extent that we need the framework to trade, we need to talk about these issues as well in that. In whatever dynamic is facilitated. And we do appreciate YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. Shout out. And we appreciate you bringing us good traders as well. It's really important to us, and I want to express my gratitude to YouTube sincerely. I really, really mean that. And it's just a pleasure to be able to operate on your space, and all those who may be in the background to facilitate such or review such. I just really appreciate the opportunity to try and make a good difference in the space. And to the extent that your opinions differ from mine, that's a great thing. I say it's a good thing. I've been around enough people with different opinions, and I think that's a great thing. I look forward to seeing maybe how your opinion comes across, and maybe you can deliver your opinion a little bit more softly than I deliver my opinion. I've been around that a little bit in my life as well. So surprise, surprise. But in terms of the descending wedge feature. All right, we've seen a lot of these that have failed, guys. We have targeting techniques to the upside, to the downside. We technically have a target to the downside right now. We also technically have a target to the upside right now. And you guys know there's always the possibility of an abandoned target. You guys know. And if you enter in heavily on leverage, boy, isn't Bitcoin just particular about who she likes to allow to short her. Big time. I always say that, guys. She's very particular about who she decides to allow to short her. That's just it. Big time. You'll find that. I think you'll find that in the market in terms of the just the market's a little bit touchy about who gets to wear that that kind of crown. Saying, yeah, I went ahead, I shorted that. Right. Very very interesting dynamic that we see in the market. And Richard is back in the house as well. Someone else who had kind of left. What's up, Richard? Nice to see you, my man. Richard in the house. We're going to go ahead and profile Richard real quickly. I appreciate that. And I tell you guys, I know you're so busy. I tell you because you're so busy, what I'll just tell you guys is that just keep that thing on auto renew. Then we don't have to spend too much time like me remind you or whatever, guys. Let me look at, let me find Richard in the back. Who are these guys? I got all these crazy guys. I don't know who they are on my Twitter feed. What's up, Richard in the house, former U.S. Army. My man, nice to have you in the back. And I want to talk to you soon on the phone, my friend. I want to talk to you and make sure that you've got all the details in terms of what we're looking at with VIP. I want to make sure you've got some of these strategies down, brother. Like, how are we determining a target to the downside? What makes it more or less probable that we're going to hit it? The shorts, the longs, right? What's a decent level of leverage that we're looking at? How to operate those levels of leverage, etc. And excited to have you guys shouting out today. Let me go ahead and hit the. Let's do this again. I think I could do this again, and we'll rock and roll this. Boom. And bam, there it is. Richard, it's just awesome to have you. I want to see what all happens in 2022. As we look at the trading dynamics, I want to encourage all of you. When retail is being washed out of the market, as they are being washed out of the market, various scenarios. I won't just blame Luna on that. It's not just an idea of Luna, but guys, catastrophic events, kind of like misplaced orders on different exchanges, all these different things are just kind of shoveling the average retail trader to the side, right? To me, that is the best time to be honing your skills, without a doubt. I'm not just saying that. I've been of that opinion in any kind of a market or any kind of even a profession at times, guys, when things are really, really rough against the people in that industry or against any specific crew that are trying to get washed out, right? This is the deepest dig we've had on Bitcoin in a while, just so that we frame that out. Okay, as we look at the last, I'd say the last almost 500 days, okay, in terms of the level of retracement, right? And we could actually, we could expand that really in terms of a 65% retracement. That's just since these all-time highs, 65,000 and 69,000, right? We could really start going back into when was the last golden pocket that we hit, all right? This becomes kind of interesting, right? This was a heavy. Let's just do this, guys. Let's get into it. When was the last golden pocket? When was the last capitulation that we had of 65%? I need to do it from the preceding high. We definitely got there then. But what was that? That was a 73%. Very interesting, guys. This preceding zone in here, 2019, 73%. Okay. Now on the preceding, and I'm just going to say this while Richard's here, we got about that 85, 86%, right, depending upon which exchange. As we would look at this from 2000 and 2019, June 2019, down, we did reach that threshold of about 75%. I'd say ballpark 75%, depending on the exchange. Now, in terms of the feature there, what does that mean? That we have, and I drew it to here, I think that's fair, but in the last, since that recovery, the beginning of the new trend, I don't mind sticking with that 500-day feature, but really since that retracement, if we begin the trend down at this level here, we're at 803 days. We're at quite a hill here, there, guys, in terms of 800 days that we haven't really retraced 65%. That's a big deal, right? Retail gets really injured sometimes, guys, in terms of that financially injured. Just it becomes difficult to operate, right? They don't have the backup reserve cash. They don't have the right framework. It feels defeating when they're constantly trying to go. Most buyers are trying to go bull, right? And to the extent that that momentum is not there, it can weigh on the on the traders. So to the extent that we haven't had this kind of an event in really, guys, this was similar, I'd say, similar in 2021, but it wasn't the same, right? This was a little heavier, a little choppier. This got where it was going quickly. Then we had some range, a little bit difficult in this zone. You guys remember that? We caught that at the bottom, boom, right in the back. Now, in terms of this feature, it's pretended the entire time, guys, almost at every level. Well, let's get up and go somewhere. No. Let's get up and go somewhere. No. Well, we're going to get up and go 1, 2, 3, 4 times, maybe 5 times with that descending wedge. No. Right? It's been a little bit hectic on the average retail trader. I want to encourage you guys, and like with Richard, as you hone your skills. I know that you're currently in training for some other ongoings in life, etc. And good luck with all that. We want to be updated without a doubt. But as I bring this fact, 800 days since a golden pocket, what do we have? Guys, we have the average retail trader literally just walking away from the table. That's it. You know, at some point, it becomes unfashionable, becomes unattractive, whatever you would call it, guys. It's not in there. It's not in their kind of moral, whatever you constituted diet, in terms of toughness to make it through. And not that it would need be, I'd say, a measure of like toughness or something like that. But what I'll say is it just gets tough, right? We've been through this retracement that's lasted how many days? To me, this is the deal, guys. This is a perfect time to hammer into your skill set, without a doubt. The last 186 days, that's not supposed to be easy on retail. Right? That's not supposed to be easy at all on retail. That's supposed to chew retail up, right? Big time. So to the extent that we're in a very, as people start to like look in other directions, they start to, I'm going to go invest in this instead. I'm going to get myself a broker. I'm going to get a financial advisor. And you may want to do that if you want to give them financial advice. Who knows, right? But I had a funny story last week I ran into. I'll tell you guys in a minute if you want to hear. But as you look at this 180 days, 190 days, right, over 6 months, right, over 6 months of a retracement, it's been brutal to a lot of people. So to the extent that you guys are literally, and this is the notion, right, that you want to profit off the market and developing skills. I'm just going to tell you now, when it's not, we're not in like the skinning of the market. We're not in the thin. It's not, it's not egregiously just awfully just, it's the whole thing may go to zero. No, we're not there, guys. But to the extent that it's difficult and it's challenging, it's nice to see guys like Richard, like Pathfinder, step up. Highly technical guys that see the long-term value of, while everyone else is getting just hammered, right? Just focusing on technical analysis, focusing on the ability to trade, finding advantage, right? We're finding a lot of advantage in the market right now. We just are. I have to say that as a matter of fact. The fact that we're able to point out targets in the back, the fact that we're, and Richard, I want to make sure that we talk to discuss that this next week or so, just to make sure that we cover that you're up to date with where we're at. And we're constantly working, guys, just so that you know, we're constantly working. You can see what we did in the back today. I think Jubal is a good kind of a witness. It'd be Jubal. He's in the back and he understands now. It's like we're really working these patterns. I want to know comparatively while I'm trading. I want to know comparatively. Right? What are these patterns doing? What is it telling us about the stock market, equities? What is it doing about, what is it telling us the inter pattern dynamics here in terms of the function of, if you have, pattern A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, how do they work together? What are the properties of them as they start to work together when they're repeated? What signal is the market giving us? And a lot of these technical skills that are I'd say that provide an ultimate advantage to the extent that you can find some sort of a nuance therein. Let's say, well, D pairs with B, right? We have A, B, C, D, and E patterns. D pairs with B almost perfectly. And I tell you, every time we see D and B, we get a hit to the upside. Like 90% of the time, we get a hit to the upside. Whatever those dynamics are, we are constantly assessing them. And the skill set that you build up, like Jubal in the back, Freddie in the back, Richard, Pathfinder, the skill set that you're building in the market, gaining that advantage, doing the analytics and trading the patterns in line with those analytics, guys, you're way above. You guys know this. I mean, people don't have this discussion, right? They literally don't have this discussion because I say the average retail trader just is nowhere nearly that advanced, like to be able to synthesize that and trade. And, and do whatever else you may do in life. To the extent that you're busy, or like Richard, I know you're busy. to the extent that we can facilitate that for you, brother, you're VIP, brother. I want to make sure that you understand, like, you're VIP. We're gonna, like, I'm excited to that you're excited about those types of issues. Seeing the pickup on the 23.6, nicely done. Not sure who was trading on the 23.6. Congratulations. I've been busy hitting a few buttons and talking with you guys. Nice small hit on the 23.6. That's a pattern. On that 23.6, we really had the confluence, didn't we, guys? From this low to the high, bam, within this range function here, from this low to the high on the candle wicks. There we go. And from this, I'd say more focused, from the more focused environment that we went to on the lines instead of the candle wicks, right? And we got into that golden pocket. So really a nice overlay of that 23.6 of the golden pocket in the, I'd say the immediately, in the narrow kind of micro level, and then a little bit more expanded, a little bit more of a zoom out, larger range function there. Always looking for that confluence, right? The word confluence, always looking for that confluence to the extent that it can increase the probabilities of a hit therein. So let's see where we're at. Nice move. Let's go ahead and measure that and see where we are at. Now, never a time to hit the button afterwards, guys. Don't chase price. Price is up, boom, I buy. No, never chase price, guys, unless you're on a breakout trade, right? Always view that as an opportunity for you to hit the button and boom, it move against you, right? You'll experience that until you correct that in the market. I'll just tell you that you'll experience that until you correct that in the market. To the extent that we have, let's say, some additional pattern dynamics at a lower on a lower time frame, we can begin to explore entry if you guys did not already enter. But guys, that was a great example of what we've been doing, what we continually do in the back, like all day long, right? You guys know this. We do this in the back all day long. It's like we're at this, we're at the target, bam, right? It's a nice group in the back, guys. You guys, it's cool, huh? And everybody's nobody is freeloading. That's not the case, right? We're just not there to take advantage. Like, we enjoy trading. We like going through the patterns, and I appreciate you guys getting through all the patterns today that I had put in there, because I really wanted to hammer in. I know it got a little bit messy at times, but I wanted to get in all the pattern dynamics at the same time. Looking at that, the expansion feature, right? This a right angle descending wedge, anything along the lines of a right angle descending wedge, something along the lines of that, right? When would it constitute, right, a opportunity for a move to the downside? Right? When would it constitute a opportunity for a move to the upside? Right? When would it, and there, those two possibilities versus something that could be a little bit more maybe easily understood as a continuation pattern, right? Versus something that could also be understood as a reversal feature. Right, and we did a lot of detailed work on this issue today in the back. A lot of charts, man. I want to know the answer. I want to have a framework for us to work with as we look at the Nasdaq in that specific, and it's correlated. So I have to say, it's not. I don't deal with equities, guys. That's just not my deal. I like the volatility of crypto. To the extent that we have these different dynamics from the lower side or let's say from the upper side, continuation to the downside. If we're heading down, continuation possibility to the downside. If we're heading down, potential for a reversal. If we're heading up, potential for a reversal. If we're heading up, potential for continuation, right? Those dynamics were explored today, and it's just not easy stuff. It's not like, and you can say, I'll tell you this, you can sit there and say, well, I've read the article, and it's 65% of the time is to the upside, and the residuals to the downside, okay? Irrespective of whether or not it's continuation from the downside or the upside. What we're going to say is, I want to know what the market's doing right now. And we had 4 of these or 5 of these in a row. You guys know that. That's not to me, this is where I start to make connections in the market in terms of TA. And you guys know this. In terms of the TA, what I'll say is it's not an accident. Sean in the house. What's up, Sean? It's been a while. What's up, brother? Hope you're doing well. You've been busy. We want to make sure you're doing well, my man. Shout out to Sean. What's up? As you guys will look at the Nasdaq, let's briefly look at the Nasdaq. Let me see if I can get this on. We got Cardano way down there. We got just stuff like GMT, SHIB. It's so good to be focused on BTC. You guys know that. Let's look at USDT.D. Big pullback. Look at that. Bam. Nice empty candle up towards the top there. Boom. A lot of, and we'll discuss that later. Let's discuss that in a little bit. Let's discuss that in a bit. Let's look at the Nasdaq real quickly. I'll replace GMT with Nasdaq. I just want to show you guys the chart I'm looking at to the extent we're correlated with Nasdaq, right? Let's see Nasdaq. Is that Nasdaq? That is the Nasdaq. Okay. To the extent that we're looking at this, the parameter here, okay, of the flat top resistance, right? The descending line of support. To the extent that we're in that framework, right? To the extent that this represents the pattern, I say the pattern framework that we're analyzing all day long, right? And what a cool chart here, guys. This is a cool chart as set up right now. The preceding chart I had on this, in this zone here with the resistance to the support, you guys see this framework, resistance, support on NASDAQ. Do you see the carry up of the channel framework here? Carrying up this specific channel framework, boom, to the top side, you see, boosh. Very interesting, isn't it? Now we're about at that mid-level function. We can start off by what's on the screen. I have it here for a reason. I would imagine so. To the extent that we've caught around that mid-level function, preceding level of resistance and support, that's nice. Okay, to the extent that we have a different pattern in play that we're currently analyzing, a right angle, let's say a right angle, but a flat top, descending wedge, for lack of a perfect descriptive. But to the extent that we have a lower level of support to potentially be reached, we're paying attention, guys. We're definitely paying attention, right? Now, the one thing that we were able to formulate today, and I can definitely state to Sean, if you weren't back too much today, we definitely looked at this, and I'll just tell you, like from the framework that I approach these at right now, because there's not an incredibly great amount of information on these specific patterns. There's not, okay? To the extent that they are bearish, I'll tell you, you get to a point on these, and we've seen this, it's so low it can go, and at times they begin to recoup. We've seen that, okay? We've seen 4 of these today, if not 5 of these today on BTC, just time after time after time after, as many as we wanted today, guys. Now, while the NASDAQ is parked in one of these, while we're literally parked in this, I could lift this up to this preceding support, boom, support, boom, support, bam. Okay, so to the extent that we're connected there on 3 levels of the 4 hourly, I wouldn't disagree with that interpretation. Okay, with a little outlier event there. Now the point is this: why would Bitcoin show us like 4 or 5 of these today? Big time opportunity to hone in on the week. What's going on? What did we determine? The thing that we determined most is, cool. Green futures so far in equities. Good. Nice to see. Is it heavy green futures or what? What's going on with the futures, Sean? Let us know. To the extent that we, how heavy are they in the green? Be nice to know. To the extent that we have this question presented here in terms of level of support, level of resistance, I would say this from today's take on BTC. The interior patterning here becomes hugely important. Hugely important. Yes, we have the dynamic of the overall flat top and descending line of support. It's going to be hugely important the types of patterning that goes on in this zone, period. Guys, period. That's the determinative factor that we saw today, not continuation or a reversal or a continuation or a reversal. No, the main component seemed to be the interior framework pattern formation, technical patterns, standard technical patterns. So to the extent that you guys are plugged in with correlative facts between NASDAQ and let me make sure on this real quickly. Yeah, we actually do pick this up on the daily. A little bit better demonstrated on that daily, right? With a bit of and I told you guys, just kind of reminded you to watch this preceding on a few different previous patterns on Bitcoin, would be this throw over, right? Boom. Or a throw under. You call it throw over in terms of a super trend. You guys are familiar with that in terms of super trend, but a little bit on this daily, just the notion of this throw under. Boom. Capitulation a little bit beyond that level of support on the daily. Not something that I like to see if I'm a bull. Okay? Just me, based on my experience, not something I like to see if I'm a bull. Failing to hold a clear level of support. We can catch, we can pick up. Now, we did just hit into that. We did hit into the RSI at 30, the blue, purple in the background, etc., right? 0.5% NASDAQ. Thank you. Appreciate that very much. 0.5% on the Nasdaq in terms of the futures. That's relevant. A little bit light, but that's relevant. So to the extent that we see this throw under, I just tell you, I don't like that as a bull. I don't like it as a bull. I'm telling you guys, I don't like that as a bull. However, guys, we'll continue to watch the main thrust of the discussion here in terms of this pattern flat top with a descending. Flat top is going to be variable on different time frames, okay? We're going to watch the internal patterning here. We have to. After watching BTC present these to us right and left, looks like is Doge taking off a little bit. Doge, a little nice movement on the 30-minute. Nice job. That framework of needing to analyze the interior components of that flat top descending wedge, okay, flat top descending wedge. We can call it a few different things, but to the extent that those interior components become very important, in the bottom line, I believe it's going to reward the traders who are paying more attention to it. It's not going to be a go to the beach call. And it's May, right? So it's just not. It's not going to be a go to the beach call. In terms of no problem, I'm going to the beach. Yeah, it's short. I'll pick that up in a couple of weeks. I'm going to make some money. Nah, it's not that type of a pattern, guys. We went through 4 or 5 of them today, and don't let the guidebooks fool you on this one. We're going to have to play the internal patterning of any correlative is brought over from the Nasdaq to BTC. So that's kind of exciting. I like that. That's the way I like the market. We need to be plugged in terms of that kind of that advantage or reward function, right? Very important. Let's take a look at this real quickly in terms of. Let's switch to the candle wicks. See where we're at. Almost a flat top. Real close to a flat top. Let's take a look. What do we got? Hope you guys are having a good weekend. For everybody else that's kind of chilling out. If you guys are not VIP, like I'm just going to chill out for a while, see what's kind of going on here. You're welcome to join our VIP. It's a good group. If you don't like it, you are welcome to abandon ship. And we don't have any people that just abandon ship. If anything, I don't know. We're a little bit picky, but in the back, we just want people who do their own TA. So bottom line, if you're learning, if you want to learn TA, if you want to learn with the right group, I'll tell you, I am a member. I'm a member of the group, and I can say it's the right group. That's just a little testimony from me. That's just the bottom line. And it's my station, etc., guys. 100% my deal, just to let you guys know. But, yeah, I'm a member, too. I'm like, I tell other people to join. Like, why wouldn't I join? It's a cool trade group, bottom line. Like, that's too much money. I pay it, guys. You can pay it. You'll get by. That's not the point. We just want people who want to be a part of a group. So, we'd like this to be a little bit more angled to the downside. I'd like to see a little bit more symmetrical function to, I'm real picky about these guys. We'd like to see that function. Let's go ahead and I'd say just the pure symmetrical function. We may find it on a different time frame. On the candle wicks to the top, we have nearly, it's just nearly a, as close as it would become to a flat top, we have almost that same on the bottom. So that's not really helpful on that specific 5-second routine. Let's go into the lower time frame here. Let's see if we can pick a trade up. Appreciate you guys being here today, and nice to talk. Nice to catch up. Important group dynamics ongoing with discussion of kind of the selective nature of the exchanges on the golden pocket. Big deal for BTC, guys. Very big deal for BTC. Who was allowed to get their who is allowed to trade the golden pocket? No. That's not the kind of discussion we want. It needs to be everyone needs to have an equal opportunity to hit that golden pocket, right? Just you don't take a chance away from a trader. That's bad business across the board. It reflects very poorly on crypto. And to the extent that happens all over equities every day, I'll almost guarantee it. But to the extent that needs to change while the framework is together for providing a solid trading environment for it's one thing, guys. You have to say this, right? Well, it's just money. It's just their fault. You can have this kind of callous attitude towards it. As we see Bitcoin up to 31,139, up 3.5%. But this notion of, well, some exchanges allowed people to hit a golden pocket, others didn't. Well, tough stuff, that's tough. Yeah, I'm sure we can have real callous attitude. We'll tough it for them. Okay, so we look at a potential here for a pickup. Let's see if we can get into let's get into the framework of the lines real quickly. It'll be nice to see it pop up through this. In terms of this discussion, guys, let's have that discussion a little bit. Like, I guess if we have that, it's a good time to discuss that level or the ability of the traders, because traders are banned from using certain exchanges. We can't use every exchange. This is supposed to be like an incentive to get us to get a VPN to go get onto, really, right? We're a little more sophisticated than that, right? To whatever extent it is that we couldn't hit the golden pocket on exchange X, Y, or Z, wherever you specifically live or I live, right? I'm just going to say that, guys, it's this. It would be the same, like a callous attitude towards that. Well, you need to get on the other exchange. First of all, that's problematic. Not everyone is allowed to due to sanctions. Have you guys read the fine print on some of this stuff? Sanctions. Yeah, sanctions. Have you guys read the small print on these exchanges? The word sanctions is mentioned in context of the United States, in context of North Korea, in context of what is it, Syria, North Korea. You guys do the rest of the homework in terms of which other countries. Sanctions? Excuse me? There are sanctions that are included in the language on multiple exchanges. Sanctions. Oh, okay. I see. I see. There are sanctions. Interesting, huh? Very interesting. Read the fine print. Look for the word sanctions in the exchange framework that you guys are looking at. Look for the word sanctions. Why is that there? It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's unheard of that we can't trade on some of these. And I understand there's some legal issues that have gone through court, etc. So we look at a pickup here just north of the 50% as measured from the range low to high as we dig back into this in terms of a technical continuation pattern, but we rarely see just a skyrocket boom to the upside. I'm trying to pick up on this 50% right now. So yes, sanctions are listed, or sanctions are commented upon. Very odd, guys. Very, very strange. Sanctions where the U.S. is listed along with North Korea. What the heck, dudes? That's totally weird. It's totally strange, creepy, absolutely creepy stuff. I just had to tell you guys. And in terms of, this is my opinion, guys, why are we listed like with the word sanctions around us and in the context of North Korea? Like, that ain't cool, right? Very interesting. So to the extent, also, like, we could be callous towards the issue of well, not everyone could hit the golden pocket. And guys, I'm looking for a good trade. I got to tell you guys that I'm looking for a good trade. Highly probable while we just kind of chill and kind of go through discussion a little bit. These are some issues that have been on my mind. I want to share them with you guys because you're VIP. We're talking all day long in the back about patterns. We got 300 charts from today. Maybe last 2 days, 300 charts and some great posts in terms of gains, making money. Good weekend, making money. On this end, I confirm that. You guys confirm that as well. I know Jubal making money, Freddie making money, Pathfinder making money, VIP making money. In terms of this, so this is the option. If we're like, okay, well, some people couldn't hit the golden pocket. Well, sorry for them, right? We could be callous against that, right? You know, it's just, to me, it's almost the same mentality. Interesting kind of range function here. If we had a higher amplitude, I may want to hit into that. In terms of this, and by a higher amplitude, I mean the measurement here, right? That I could foresee maybe want to hit into that, boom, little pop to the upside. To the extent though that would want more of a range here, more of a price movement here to really justify that pop to the upside. I may not be the only one, which is why it may not really be moving, because it's not a bad framework to get involved in with this consolidation. A little bit of pickup from the buyers here with a little bit of an ascending, kind of indicated at least, or an inverse head and shoulders. And not a bad pickup, but I just wanted a little bit more than let's say if it hit resistance, a little bit more than 0.07, right? Just a little bit more than 0.07 would be nice. So 0.07%, right? We're on the real tight time frame here. Just watching price develop. Setting a flat top would be great. Would love to see that to the extent that we are already there and that wants to roll to the upside. Not a bad move. It's not necessarily the flat top extraordinaire there in terms of complete conformance. Do we have that higher, a little bit at a higher level? We do. That's probably what's playing. Not bad. A little bit of a dissension. Congrats if you're trading it. I didn't like the downward sloping level of resistance on top. We've been real picky on our trades that are letting like a 10x float, and that's been real productive, guys, letting a 10x float amidst positive price action right up against the line of resistance as it continues to push and push. Like, those 10x's have paid well. So Nice dynamic here. In terms of the trade, I'm not worried at all about missing a trade. You guys know that we trade so much in the back. It's not even an issue. Like, okay, you missed the price went down or up, and you're not in a trade. That's fine. You didn't like the trade, no problem. Very easy stuff. So in terms of the discussion, like, we could be callous towards people who couldn't hit, okay, well, that's their fault, that's their problem, right? In terms of, they couldn't hit a golden pocket. No, those guys are like your friends, my friends, they're me, they're you, they're they're real people, or people that are introduced or not introduced or completely ambivalent to it in terms of the crypto space. Like, they're in the market, they're like, they're crypto traders, holders, etc. I don't think it doesn't speak well of it. And I think it speaks about as well as it would be like if we just take a callous, mindset. Oh, just who cares? It's tough. That's the way it is. I mean, I wouldn't say that about like Washington National Stadium, Washington D.C. baseball national stadium. Yeah, well, they have Luna, or they have Terra all over. Terra Club, Washington D.C. National Stadium. Right? Terra seats behind home plate. Terra this, Terra that, Terra everything. A sign in center left field that you can hit a home run over. They hit a home run today over the Terra sign, right? For Terra Luna, right? Literally, guys, in the Washington, D.C. stadium. Now, I'm not one of the kind of guys to be like, yeah, well, let's go ahead and, I'm not going to be callous towards that. I'm structured mentally to consider how that affects the entirety of the space, how that affects the people who were involved in Terra, how that affects guys, everything from just the kind of the overall way that looks is not impressive. It's not impressive. So there's some level of decorum as we look through this stuff, guys. We see a relatively nice move there, looking at 3.83%, $31,230 for BTC. So just to talk about those issues, right? I'm just not some like callous kind of guy. Like, we're not softies around here with VIP, etc. You guys know that, but it's like, let's act like we know what we're doing, right? And not you and me at all. But in terms of the entirety of the space of, let's look at this carry up function. It's getting a little interesting, right? If it outperforms that, we'd have this in terms of an amplitude, and it cut through. It overperformed on something it didn't really have to do. A 0.25% move potentially to the upside, 31,000. That's right at target for this ascending triangulation. Let's see if it finds another reason to make its way to the top, and there it does. Very, very nice move. Very nice move. That's an overshot on that ascending triangle. Certainly. Nice move. BTC just rocketing up to 4.14%. What is this at right here? 31,379. Immediately deploying fibs. Boom. Right. Next move, deploying fibs. You didn't get the play. I'll tell you one thing. A lot of people were short right there. Just so that you understand what just happened, a lot of people just entered into a short right here with an expectation to meet the amplitude. As we look at this, let's just talk about that. A lot of people just got ripped out of shorts. As we look at the amplitude move here, this ascending framework that did play as an ascending triangle, that amplitude move to the upside here. Boom. What happened? Didn't quite reach it there on that confirmation. So in this zone, a lot of people went short. You guys got that? Yeah, reached the target. People go short. Boom. Wiped out. Again, BTC is very particular about who she allows to short her, without a doubt. Just very clearly demonstrated there. Nice move. Just ripped some shorts out, right? Just nice move. I don't mind price action at any point in time, but you got to be careful. And a little bit of a hesitation for me because I'm like, I didn't really like that ascending triangle. Something there I just didn't get it. Didn't like it. So what was the move to the upside? 0.39. At least hit stops on the way up, right, on those heavier leverage positions. So we'll take a look at this. Let's we may just I may clean the screen up just a little bit so that we can see a little bit more into the framework. And I hope you guys appreciate it. We've had the green on the screen on the top and on the bottom for the last 3 days. Nice correlation there. Yeah, we've been doing good in the market. It's been a nice market, without a doubt. So yeah, nice outperformance in terms of that hit to the upside. Immediately, always, you see a move to the upside, what's the first thing you do? Fibonacci's, boom, targets, right? Just without a doubt, guys, when you see price and that just very quickly there, I'll try and start to remember to do that more frequently. But initiate your targets. Bam. Buy at support, sell at resistance, trade your patterns, and hit your targets. You may spend an hour at the computer. You may not find anything you like. Well, don't be upset. Bitcoin goes up 3 or 4%, but you didn't have a pattern you like. You didn't have a level of support. You didn't have anything to trade into. There wasn't a really clearly defined role for you in the market. No worries. No worries, guys. Don't ever be up into too eager to get involved in a trade. So you wait till tomorrow. So you wait till next week. So you wait till maybe your ideal trade. I know you guys like to trade, but I just bring it up for purposes of discussion, right? You don't have to. No one is forcing you to trade, right? This is that previous channel framework to the upside that we had here. Interesting to see. We just talked about earlier. We talked about in the context of that flat top descending wedge. You guys remember that? We talked about the flat top descending wedge and that throw under. This is a throw over, right? That on the NASDAQ, if you guys were paying attention to that, throw over, right? Essentially, anytime you're up and out, we have a nice channel structure framework here, okay, in terms of the wave formation. And we have a throw over that top line resistance, right? Bam. Throw over, right? Throw under would be in the other instance we discussed in the specific that specific NASDAQ chart. And thanks for that info. I appreciate that, Sean. Thanks, brother. Hope you're doing well. Man, Sean, we like the days when you're up early, VIP, giving us a chart, being like, what's up, VIP, all that good stuff. We like that, man. That's cool stuff, man. We look forward to that, man. We look forward to it. And then, some days you're busy working all those hours and doing all that other stuff. Like, man, you got to do that as a job, man. Huh? Yeah, full-time trader. I like that idea. Full-time trader. Can happen, huh? I see that. I can see that, Sean. I'd like to see that happen for you, brother, if you want that to happen. Potential downside target. I just say it's the peak apex of a rising wedge below. It is a target. If it's abandoned, it's abandoned, but it is a target. Any complex factors are competing. I'd say factors that we would include would be whether or not it were included or whether or not it were underneath any specific line of preceding resistance or support. Is it contained, right? Is it shielded from operation of the market in any way? We would look to that issue to determine whether or not it were like a green target or maybe like a red target. It's contained within a pattern dynamic, right? We'd have to go back within this rising wedge feature to attain that target. Very interesting, guys. An interesting discussion. And this is our target to the downside. It just is. Does it make it less likely that it's contained within a rising wedge? Well, guys, it can beat the odds. The odds would say that we're going to have some issues at some point with this wedge. It just that those are the parameters that we see repeatedly work in the market. We also do see some of these just laid. We absolutely lay waste to some of these patterns. Nice kick to the upside, guys. On this, if you initiated targets, congratulations, guys. When we did, congratulations. Where are we at in terms of this? That would be into the framework. Let me get rid of this macro there. We're on the micro now. Looking into this framework here, let's look at this. Let's see what we got here. We hit back down into the 50. Odd candlewick structure. A lot of selling pressure came into the market. Boom. And then we saw a pickup in around that 50% retracement. Right back at the essentially the seat of the bottom where this specific candle. I don't get into candle names. We can if you guys would choose to. The opinion of a lot of people who trade a lot is they were invented to try and sell books about candles. So that's just the bottom line. Look at some guys, positive price action, 4% at this point. I told VIP earlier on I'd like to see BTC get up 5%, right? That'd be a nice day for me. See BTC roll up 5%. That would put us at 31,000, just over 31,005, 31,006. That'd be a nice day. Would love to see BTC roll to the upside 5%. That'd kind of be a target. In terms of that, we do have the upside target that you guys know. We have the upside target of 30, I'd say right at 35.8 to 36,000. That's just an upside target that has not been abandoned. Okay, it just has not been abandoned. Watching the development of this specific I see the potential for any type of a bear flag scenario to arrive on at least that 4 hourly. We're going to be watching the 4 hourly. Double bottom would be great to the extent that it's a symmetrical triangulation with carry up of the support to the resistance function in a parallel context, parallel channel. We're going to be watching it. You see that rising wedge here. We just may have some interaction along that level of the peak, right? That's typically indicated. Typically. Not always indicated, but typically it's indicated, guys. So BTC just laying away. It's nice to see that. You guys trading. What are you guys doing? VIP, I know you guys are trading. We've been trading all day. So we stream, and it's like normally we're here to find a trade. We've been trading all day long. Nice moves, guys. BTC just rocking and rolling to the upside. Rocking and rolling. Wasn't real crazy about that underlying. It got a little aggressive there in terms of your entries there. So yeah, BTC got kind of mean towards the mid-afternoon. You guys remember that? In this zone here, just bam, bam. It got a little bit less friendly to anyone who kind of wanted to challenge it. So shout out to the VIP who are trading or who have traded today. I know a lot. Freddie, you hit 100+%. Pathfinder Jabal, I think you guys booked around this area here. To the extent you've engaged in additional trades. Nice move. I know Freddie traded this, boom, to the upside. And to the extent that you're waiting for another solid indicator here in terms of the patterning, it's just muscling its way to the upside. There's no two ways about it right now. BTC just muscling her way to the upside. It just is what it is. We have an indicated pattern here, which we can just forget that indicated pattern. It is what it is, guys. But BTC is just going on just kind of sheer brute force at this point as we look at the 1 minute time frame. And not without a few hiccups here. As you look at the opportunity to enter here, percent to the downside, a little bit of volatility. You do not want to just charge into this and say, that's it. If you're on leverage, guys, just charging into it. You want to pick if it's up 4%, oh man, what are you going to do? Think about it, guys. If it's up 4%, are you worried about making 4%? No. You're worried about making consistent trades, booking consistent trades at all times. There we go. Freddie saying, I want to go to full-time trader. It's coming soon. Yo, Freddie in the house. Love that. Love that. That's awesome, brother. That's the way to be. That's awesome. And I know you can do that. And we hope VIP is a part of that journey for a long time as we consistently try and kind of perfect that market dynamic, that advantage in the market. So we're operating up and over an ascending level of, an ascending. Let's do this. An ascending wedge. Okay, typically it's a bearish pattern. We've absolutely trajected up and out. We were in the back bullish during this time frame. You guys know, just like let's hang out in a 10x, right? To the extent that we can, I just tell you, there's a risk of heading back down to this zone. You guys know we have this discussion all the time. It's like there is a risk. It seems so far away, right? But there is a risk of heading back down to this area on the wedge. It's one of the reasons, and we've been bullish today, but it's one of the reasons we haven't been just flat out. I don't know. Just I typically say I don't like to trade. I don't like to trade bearish breakouts of a bullish pattern. It's kind of, it's not. Ask anyone who trades frequently. They don't like to sit and guess. If this isn't here, we're not having the discussion at all as to, well, are we going to operate in this zone or not? Right? Are we going to go back down and have any volatility here or not? Right? To the extent that we don't have that rising wedge feature, it's not even on the map. It's not even being discussed. Right? So one of the things that we pointed out a few days ago, which was nice, was the inverse head and shoulder. And I thought that was a great pattern to just bring to the community. It's even better to VIP. It's even better to see it potentially playing out because they're very rare. I bring them up, and it's just we have to talk about them when they're technically indicated. You guys know when they're technically indicated, we have to talk about them. They're a big deal, but they just have been very it's been very difficult. We had one micro that did perform today to the extent that we're looking for a completion up on this specific inverse head and shoulders. 34,500 would be nice. That would resolve the issue, I believe, of, as we look at this, up 4.14%. Very nice, guys. Way to trade. I know you guys are trading. The inverse head and shoulders will get us up and out of the notion or this problem that we're encountering on the 4 hourly. That is the following. That is the symmetrical triangulation carried up level of support to the resistance and the potential for a bear flag. So we need BTC to monster this specific, right? Just to monster out of the specific inverse head and shoulder that you also see on the 4 hourly. So that's very important, guys. That's very, very important. Okay, so that's a nice touch. That's a very, very nice touch that we had that inverse head and shoulders on the 4 hourly. Not bad at all, guys. And just yeah, what price action we're getting? Let's look at this, guys. What price action? Nice to see this. I know you guys are trading. You guys have both hands of the steering wheel. I'm not going to drive a Ferrari with one hand. I mean, or no hands and blindfolded. You know, so you could, but maybe not a good idea. I know you guys are plugged in. Hopefully you have this on your big screen. This flat top support, or flat bottom support, nice to see that just laid waste to, right? And it's just, you know, we talk about the dynamics here. People are hitting targets. As we would look at this, they're just hitting targets. We roll into the Fibonacci's like, what is this? What's this pattern? Well, they're just hitting, you know, they're hitting into targets. Bam. If we look at this, just, you know, target 23.6 was hit. And the next level, what, guys? 23.6 was hit. So that's two target plays. Buy at support, sell at resistance. Trade your patterns and hit your targets. That's two that have played in the we can go more micro if we need to. You guys know we went also micro in on this for the golden pocket, right? But just looking at that very basic framework, that last part of the equation, buy at support, sell at resistance, trade your patterns, and hit your targets, right? So these are your targets. Easy stuff. Just kind of cookie cutter, bread and butter plays in the market. To the extent that that's literally muscling up, just look at it, guys. The 23.6, boom. 23.6, bam. It's nice. Nice framework. A lot of buying pressure being exhibited in the market right now on a Sunday. A lot of buying pressure being exhibited in the market right now. I'll just say exhibited in terms of the framework of the dynamics of the TA right now. That's nice. Very nice. We'd like to see that on a weekend. It's been a nice weekend, hadn't it been? We can count this as one of the nicest weekends in a while, right? We've had a few decent ones, but this has been a consistent good one with no real fake outs, just easy trading. I gotta say, it's been easy trading, guys. I think everyone agrees. It's been not too easy, but it's just been it's for people paying attention to the technicals like we are. It's been a nice ride. Congrats to all the VIP who are trading. So we're putting this in the dynamic of the targets. That's where we're at, guys. 23.6 multiple times on the Fibonacci's. And welcome to the new trading day. That's what's up, guys. Welcome to the new trading day. Fantastic. Bravo. In terms of, you just took another 67%. You're out. Boom. Nice job, Freddie. That's 4 or 5 today for you, huh? That's a great job, Freddie. Keep that capital exposure in line with the leverage, please. Only brother to brother, I got to tell you, keep the capital exposure in line with the leverage. More leverage means you need less capital exposure. You know that equation. Just don't let that get out of hand, all right? And you'll continue to do great. I know you're killing it though on a day like today. Just I know you're fully competent of doing what you need to do, my man. Just want to encourage you in terms of that, because you can have a few trades get away from you, and you know, with a 10 or 20K behind it, and all of a sudden there's 10 or 20K that just the trade didn't like it for whatever reason. The trade didn't like it. All right, so we'd like to set another green day. Let's take a look here at the daily and see if we can what can we determine from this daily. Looks like let's clean all this up. Let's look at our feature here. I'll draw that back in terms of downside target. We have the upside target that failed descending wedge. All right, absolutely, that failed descending wedge. And in terms of that bear flag that I brought up, guys, I hope that I'm wrong about the bear flag. Bottom line, I hope I'm wrong. It's just I brought it up in this preceding zone. I'm not sure who all heard it, so I put out the entire video about it. Not that we weren't going to traject to the upside here in the preceding level. In fact, it's required to traject to the upside to formulate a bear flag. So to the extent that we're going to see just a kind of a seller climax here, and as we look at this, interesting framework, seller climax, boom. Potential seller climax. We're just off the Fibonacci's, the golden pocket on several exchanges. To the extent that we remain off those golden pockets on several exchanges and we have differentiated technicals, that's a big deal, guys. That's a big deal. You guys know that. That's just kind of like a big deal. It's like, well, no, because we would have a technical explanation where there would be a push to the downside, potentially more orders waiting on this exchange. Like, did they ship the orders out to the other exchange, book them for themselves? Listen to this, guys. Did Binance take your orders off the book, sell them to XYZ hedge fund, park them over in the new whatever kind of exchange they want to, overseas, holding corp or whatever else, and pay off Binance XYZ amount of money and get you back in and forget you on your trade? Whatever kind of order book they have to substantiate in the background their cash flow model, their entirety of their their collateralized exchange function in the backdrop, I start worrying about that stuff, guys. I don't like that stuff. And you wind up with no order filled. Did they ship out your orders? To the extent that you're on Binance, you're on Gate, you're on whatever you're on, guys, any U.S. approved exchange. Do your orders get shipped out and collateralized for a hedge fund that goes and parks those orders and takes that cash that you could have gotten and you wind up with no order filled at the golden pocket? How creative do you think you'd have to be in terms of a finance major coming up, or a broker kind of a broker kind of sleazeball brokerage exchange that could come up with something like that? Like, that's easy stuff, huh? Just collateralize the orders on the book, etc. We've got X, Y, and Z, it's just not beyond the realm of contemplation whatsoever, right? It's just it's an odd thing to discuss. I just say it's an odd thing to discuss and contemplate. I don't think we should have to contemplate it. I want everybody to have the opportunity to hit the golden bucket. Everybody on every exchange, right? And special activity division. What an embarrassment. What an embarrassment. Special activity division. I doubt you're with the special activity division hidden on the channel. And no, he didn't just get 100 Bitcoin at 28,000. That's okay. For the people who don't know what the special activity division is, that's okay. That's the something from the CIA, just whatever it is. I studied in my intelligence studies, I guess. But yeah, you don't pay attention to those guys. Please don't pay attention to those guys. Some guys show up from CIA in the deal and tell you he just bought another 100 Bitcoin. Yeah, well, conspiracy theory. I don't think so. So looking at the framework here, I mean, can Bitcoin stop? We're on another, we're on a tear up above this level, this rising wedge. Okay. Now, in terms of upside targets, I have we have the upside target. We'll just talk about this. We have the upside target. I'll show you. We know it. We know it though. In terms of the function of the triangulation here, let's go into this on the 4 hourly. And this was brought into question earlier, right? This specific level of resistance across the top was brought into the equation earlier, right? And I had delved this down into this area, right? In terms of this function of the symmetrical triangulation in this zone, okay? So in terms of that carry up feature, we'd have a either an amplitude or a support to resistance function, right? To provide us with target to the upside. Okay, either a carry up of the, let's go to the parallel channel. Okay, either a carry up of the parallel channel to the top line initial pivot on the resistance, or we have the amplitude of the triangulation. This is 4 hourly. This is very standard measurement. This is very, very easy stuff, right? Or we're going to be looking at what, guys? Really on the 4 hourly, also amplitude from head to between the left shoulder head and the right shoulder. So that matches up very well, doesn't it? It's kind of a confirmation that we have there. Confirmation between the symmetrical triangulation and that preceding hitch into the triangulation, inverse head and shoulders. Okay, so again, depending upon which exchange you're on, and we'd like to trade on Gate. It's very good, guys. It's very Gate you can pick up on our profile page. And hey, Richard, what's up, my man? But Gate you can pick up on our profile page right here, and you can trade 125x. You guys know that 125x right here. L Bank, boom, right there on Bitcoin Spike. This is London with Bitcoin Spike. Hope you guys are doing well, having a good trading session with Bitcoin. It's been powering through on those 23.6s. Really setting the expectation. You have to agree. Right now, really setting the expectation for the buyers, for the traders, right? You got to think about it, right? The last two 23.6% Fibonacci's to the upside have been have produced, right? Have been good trades without a doubt. We've had 2 good hits on that 23.6. Whenever I see something like that, I start to think twice. I think just twice on that. I'm like, huh. So they just rewarded traders once at the 23.6, right? With no real good pattern, guys. 1.85% to the upside. Beautiful move. And then the second time on the 23.6, and what's that? Well, it's not. It's over 1%. So, guys, as I look at this, and let's look at this, guys. In terms of the, just in terms of this, guys, I encourage you to have no idea who Special Activity Division is. No idea whatsoever. Whoever he may be, whatever. So just let's continue with the technicals. To the extent that you get the implication here that, wow, we got the 23.6 playing. Bam, wow, we get the 23.6 playing. It creates the environment right now, the trading expectation that, okay, and the knowledge, guys, the buyers are just hammering in. Yeah, okay, they're just, all the buyers are hammering into the 23.6. Okay, so that's a repeat dynamic in the market. Okay, so buyers just can't get enough at those top level. And this is where I start to think about this in terms of the specified rising wedge. We're above the rising wedge, typically a bearish feature to the extent that we would at least expect a recapture here, if not to the apex, right? At least to the apex here if we push sideways at some point. We can traject up and over it, no problem. Hitting the targets is part of the game. To the extent that you guys have been trading these, Freddie, congratulations. Freddie just hit another 67%. Was that? 67%. He's out. He's out. Nice trade, Freddie. Easy stuff, huh? At a time and place you're choosing, my man. It's good stuff, huh? That's the way to do it. Less time, more profit. That's the VIP way to be. Freddie, less time, more profit. What's up? What's up? So before we start to really dig into the pattern framework, which we can, right? And this would be a nice, this would be a great potential kind of a semi-macro on the 1 to 5 minute time frame. Some sort of a bull flag would be really nice. Something, something a little bit more consistently wound than just target work. Although VIP we're Freddie, everybody, we hit targets all day long. Literally, it's part of the trade. You guys know that. So congratulations, Freddie, everybody else who's trading. And yeah, when we've been aggressive 23.6, it just makes me feel like, as a trader, be cautious of the rising wedge. It just is. Now, to the extent that we continue the framework up, right, it would be another hit on the 23.6 as indicated here at the preceding level of support. That's an option. A pickup earlier, could that happen earlier, right? How would you delve into that one? Well, we go from that preceding, I'd say that narrowly focused, the immediate range low to high. It's on the golden pocket, right? And when you start to trade this, you're like, you got to be somewhat sure. You have to cover your downside. You have to be able to cover your downside as you start to just plug into these and say, okay, great. Well, she's been great on the 23.6 here, great on the 23.6 here. Well, let's hit the golden pocket. I'm always cautious of that, not overly cautious, but I'm at least aware of what's being communicated to the traders. Bam, a lot of demand, top level. Bam, a lot of demand, top level. Now we're here at the golden pocket, right? I'm reminding myself of this rising wedge and the fact that I had a great trade day, the fact that the VIP had a great trade day. Between everybody booking trades, Freddie, multiple trades, great to see. I appreciate you sharing those images. Jubal by report and Pathfinder per report. They have also booked trades. Freddie, I appreciate the opportunity to see those trades. It's important to me, brother. It really is. I appreciate that. You guys know where you trading, what you doing. It's a good thing, man. That's VIP all the way. And smooth exchange, huh? Definitely working. Definitely working. That exchange is smooth enough, huh? It's not perfect. No exchange is, but it's definitely smooth enough. So on this pickup at the golden pocket, it's in the framework of providing the traders the opportunity right now. You guys want to be ultra aggressive, 23.6, right? But I'm looking at this, and this is where it helps to. I'm going to say helps to. I just say to trade a lot because you guys understand and be able to trade on leverage as well. Because it goes up 4%, that's fine. It goes up 10%, that's fine. We're going to capture the percentage that we want to capture. We're going to go on leverage on the higher probability functions, right, that it presents. And we're not really worried about. There's no FOMO. Like VIP is no FOMO zone, right? Without a doubt. It's like, if you don't like the trade, you didn't like what it presented to you, no problem. Just chill, get into the next trade. So it's acting like maybe the golden pocket would be a good pickup. Market is assessing it, and now it's just like it's the 23.6, the 23.6. Okay, it's time to go, and everybody's ready to rail into the golden pocket, right? I don't know, guys. In terms of that, it's like it's just another Fibonacci hit. It is the golden pocket on the intermediate level here. It's just going to require a lot of aggression on behalf of the buyers to pick up here and go. Now, they have exhibited nothing but that yet, right? There has been nothing yet exhibited other than power and pickups at key levels of Fibonacci's. And if someone picked up with the golden pocket, you've probably already executed a trade, period, right? You're probably already in the money. It's just a light move. I'd like something with a measured move component to it. I don't mind hitting into targets here, bam. Hitting into target here, bam. I like my pennants. I like my bull pennants. I like my flags. I like my levels of support, level of resistance, etc. Right? So I don't mind targets if it's well indicated, right? If we're coming up into more of a macro target, right? I don't mind them at all. But I also, we've been having a good time with just 10x. It's been nice. Just kind of relaxing. Spend time with the family. Relax. Go drive around a little bit. Get a workout in. Yeah, just put it on a 10x and relax for a minute, right? That's nice when the market can provide that for us instead of downward price action to the upside. Looks like we have a bit of and this is worth noting, the head and shoulders feature here, which would contravene the pickup at that golden pocket. Now, that's not to say that we're going to complete this head and shoulders, right? That amplitude at the top to the bottom, okay? That would put us, I'd say, almost nearly that full capitulation line. Hesitate to bring that up because the head and shoulders don't always play, but it is a technically indicated left shoulder head, right shoulder. So do pay attention to that with your levels of exposure, though the bulls have been wanting to beat everything, just absolutely everything in the book. Let me go ahead and draw this line of support in. It's a pleasure to trade with you guys today. We're having a good time. Looks like we also may be on very near this line of upward slanting support here. That's when we're into the frame where we're picking these lines up, guys. This is some good trading. BTC has really done well, and I just have to say this, guys. We love Doge. We're always going to love Doge. I love the increasing supply of Doge. It is the one factor that justifies Doge retracing 70, 80, 85, 90%. There's an increasing supply, right? So when there's a need for it, everybody clamors for it. Okay, the price can skyrocket. But otherwise, of course, it's going to go down. The price is going to go down, right? It's inflationary by design. I like the component that Doge has a story behind it as to why the price should go down. I got to tell you guys, with all these coins, after Luna, etc., with all these coins, it's like they're all supposed to go down. All of them are supposed to go down 86%, 90%. I mean, come on, guys. I like Doge. I'm liking the Doge narrative more and more. It's got an inflationary supply. They produce those coins like it needs to happen, right? So to the extent that justifies a shedding of the price of a large price once the dynamic kicks in and everybody says, well, it's time for Doge, whatever that catalyst may be, right? We'll dig into this a little bit. Move to the upside, potential downward sloping channel. We'll look at this in terms of a potential bull flag. So I like the narrative on Doge, guys. I'm not really a big fan right now. You can ask me again and again, but I'm not going to be a really big fan of a lot of these coins that continually go down 90%. All of them want to go down 90%, just to all potentially go back up to a new all-time high, to potentially all go back down 90% again, to potentially then go back up to a new all-time high. I don't know, guys. I'm liking the narrative on Doge. I like it. It's got the increased supply. It justifies, and there may be a lot of different parameters. So we look at this move to the upside, and this downward sloping channel on the 15-second looks pretty nice, guys. Looks nice on the 15-second. You'll see a deviation here with this top line candle wick noted, and we definitely have this preceding zone here. So we've got a few different factors in play here on Bitcoin. But yeah, just for the record, that is the biggest component, the biggest positive that anyone could bring up in terms of Dogecoin that nobody's talking about. You have a lot of coins here that are literally looking like a bunch of pump and dump scam tokens. Oh no, but they have utility. Oh, they have a sponsorship with this team or that team. Oh, great. They're all going down 90%, so everyone can hammer into them so they can go up to a new all-time high. That doesn't, I'm just, after Luna, etc., I'm extremely cautious of the trappings of what would appear to be like I'm reframing myself on crypto a little bit, guys. I don't want things at 90% off. Doge, I like Elon. He's got a utility framed out for it. I think he's going to do something with it. I really do, and I can understand the price drop because there's an increase in supply. Right? There's a fundamental component of the coin that fits into the framework of how I can justify trading it, how I can understand it logically in a professional context. Actually, think through. This makes sense. They're producing more coins, right? Luna just inflated the heck out of their coin, or just charged in with multiple. What did they do? They just minted the heck out of all this Luna, and boom, price to the downside. So to the extent that accurs with Doge, I understand a big drop in Doge. I understand it goes down 90%. God, well, they produce 15 trillion Doge. Well, that's why. Well, they're gonna have to do something with that. Yeah, people have to buy it. They have to trade it. They have to give it to people. Oh, okay, that's how that works. I don't understand this other stuff, guys. I don't understand this stuff from. It might as well be an engine coin, a dot, a galaxy, blah 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 blah. I just literally get to that blah 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 blah. It's everything want to go down 90%, huh? For no good reason. For no good reason. They all want to go down 90%. Well, it's a retracement. It's a bear market. Well, I'm not gonna. Me personally, I'm not going to. It's just me, guys. No appreciation for Doge, and just period. And there's a utility there too that's contemplated by the number one business guy on the planet. I'm going to stick with him. I just am. The fact that there's going to be an increasing utility there, I just got to stick with that. He's a pretty good business guy. I think he's going to figure it out. To the extent that he hasn't figured it out and just hadn't implemented it yet. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good deal. The PayPal guy, yeah, Elon. So with the other ones, I got to tell you, like, am I really interested in looking at any of these? That just wanted to crater in for whatever good reason or not. Like, what's their excuse? I don't want to be a part of a pump and dump from from nothing to 100% back to 95% down. Everyone back to 100%. I don't want to trade that. Like, go get whatever, guys, whatever. Maybe we'll trade something I want to take off. But it's just been miserable to watch. Absolutely miserable to watch. Like, none of these coins are Doge. Look at Ape coin. That's not a Doge. That ain't Doge. It take off, it go through the roof. That's not Dogecoin. To me, that's just total pump and dump. Huh? I like the fact that Dogecoin mints new coins all the time. I love that fact. That's just cool. It explains negative pricing to me. Surplus of coins. This other stuff's just, a bunch of guys that want to pump and dump stuff and have an excuse to do it. And explain, well, there's a great utility on this. We don't even know if half this stuff works. It's just, I got to say, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, SHIB, we've been around SHIB for a while. The number one, it was used as philanthropy, right, to the largest philanthropic, right, exchange in crypto history with COVID and India. So, yeah, I can understand that. That's cool. The price went down. Oh, okay, you just gave away like $50 billion worth of it to India. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense, right? When Vlad did that. Just to the extent that there's that, I want to know why these prices go to 95% down or 90% down, and then, we all get excited about their utility and it's going to go back. Yeah, I'm a Bitcoin kind of guy now. That's it, guys. This whole melee here has really structured me around Bitcoin and Doge. I'm just going to say Doge because it has the increasing supply. Find me another coin that does. Not even, I don't know, to the extent that Ethereum facilitates in any way, maybe Bitcoin or Doge, I could maybe start liking Ethereum slightly, but probably not. Bitcoin and Doge. That's just it. I think with those two coins, you have more than enough trading. All these other ones with the, Web3 smart contract with a, whatever. Invent another word and when your coin goes down 90%, invent another word, and then now we're going to go to a new all-time high, and then it's going to go down 90% again, and then we have to invent another word, like whatever, I'm in a bad mood from all this stuff, but a great mood for Bitcoin. Hey, Bitcoin's boss, man. Been saying that. You guys know that. Been saying that. Bitcoin's boss. You guys know this. VIP, we know this. Trying to get price to move a little bit here in terms of potential. It's kind of a poorly structured. A little bit of a poorly structured flag to the downside. Let's look at the movement. But it just makes me excited to be involved in Bitcoin, guys. Bitcoin spike. That's where it's at. And sure, you can get your multiples, your 10 times, your whatever time, but I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm liking Bitcoin. It's an important component, and the Doge. And I'm sure there are other opportunities as I guess the field evolves. And to the extent that I don't know that let's see what Elon can do with Doge. How about that? Let's see what Elon can do with Doge. Potential trying to formulate a good flag out of this. This preceding hitch in here, you guys know. That preceding hitch is something we'd like to. Yo, I like that Pathfinder. We got the Doge icons. What's up? And boom. Yeah, so that's just my 2 cents, guys. And I know everybody has a, we have a favorite. To tell you the truth, I have to be honest with this, guys. I don't even know. I mean, do you know? I think the answer to this is no. Okay, is you're uncertain at least. Do you know whether or not the coins that you like literally or have been programmed for you to like? I'm just curious. Do you have any clue? The average retail trader. Oh, I'm not. You say, well, I'm not retail. Okay. Do you have any clue whether or not you're in like a subset, like sample size, whatever it may be, and they decided to sell Polkadot to, push those out to cell phones on 300,000 cell phones in the United States of America as a test on the Polkadot, for whatever reason. We don't even know, guys. You don't even know. And I know we would always defend it, no, but it has this. Well, you don't even know. You don't even know what your handheld is capable of, what your Google is capable of. Well, I know, but I watched this video and then I saw this. You did, huh? Yeah. You don't even know, right? All these utilities and all these incredible coins here on the right, we got to do a gut check, guys. A lot of these are down in the dirt, like in the dirt, period. In my opinion, right now, that's where they may belong. I'm just being flat out honest with you. That's where they may belong, right? It just is. BTC, clear utility, like big time utility, like a milestone of a technology created, big time. All these things could literally come and go tomorrow. It's like a fly with a fly swatter. Boom, just gone. Literally, right? I mean, is it worth your time to get like emotionally wound up and believe in these coins? I don't know, guys. You can decide that for yourself, but is it really worth your time? We have Bitcoin. What's wrong with Bitcoin? Nothing, guys. What's wrong with Dogecoin? I'm gonna throw Doge in there because it's the only coin I know of that satisfies a requirement of giving me a reason as to why the price could go down dramatically. They print extra Dogecoin. All this other stuff, does any of these other coins have this excuse? Any of them, guys? Do any of these other coins have the excuse? Of the 200 coins you see on here on the right-hand side that are down 75, 85, 95%, any of them have the excuse? Or the reason, justification that Doge has? None that I know, guys. A few have structured pricing, literal structured pricing that they try and maintain, but, come on. So hats off to Doge. In an odd change of events in terms of the overall market dynamics, it's like everyone say Doge has no utility, I'm just saying, guys, it has a reason for the price to go down. These other coins don't. They don't have any justification other than the fact that, well, all the guys who bought in and made 500% sold. Do what? Well, now it's time for them all to hammer back in and make 500%. Oh, dudes. I mean, we weren't born yesterday, right? I mean, come on, guys. That's not VIP. Totally not VIP. So, Bitcoin, bottom line, Bitcoin's been good trading. And we can say that too. We would appreciate, since it has such a dynamic role in the crypto space, for it to provide our traders with the opportunity to trade. Let everybody else go run after all this stuff. Let them go chew into it. Let them hype it and pump it and dump it. Let them do it all day long. Let that be on another another desk somewhere else, not on our trade station, right? Just we focus on Bitcoin. We get Dogecoin, right? I'm gonna push Doge again. Just guys, you're gonna hear me out on this probably a while. It's the only coin that has a reasonable justification for dropping in price. Yeah, it's just it. The problem with Doge, says Pathfinder, because they are making more Doge, it does get harder to hold. A lot of people want to hold. Yeah, you can't hold. You got to trade. And there may be times where the demand function of it kind of reaches an elasticity function, right? Like demand elasticity, right? You may have a demand elasticity function of Doge, right? To where demand is like this and demand goes like this. And it may be a built-in parameter of Doge vis-a-vis or in comparison to the supply, etc., or irrespective of the supply. Just we'll have to look at it. But there may be, a real, inelastic, just boom. It becomes inelastic at some point. Just bam, it wants to go to the upside, right? Everybody they got to have Doge for whatever reason. And I don't know. Maybe Elon can help out with those parameters. But yeah, holding Doge, no. And I don't want to really, I just have to say this. I don't know that I want to really catch the run on anything else. I just don't know, guys. This thing's down to 85, 95%. You still trade all these coins. Essentially, the majority of these coins, they're going to give you a trade at the lower levels. They just are. Do a deep core acquisition if you really want to hold them for a long time. It'll provide it for you. But, I don't see anything wrong with Doge. Sheeb, I like, it did well with India. And that's a good point, Pathfinder. Very good point. It makes it hard to hold. No. I had the Twitter Doge holders. I had that. That was me. I was Doge holders. That was my type in this and that Doge holders. It was good. It was popular, everything else like that. I did away with it. I literally got rid of it because it was, and that was towards the top of Doge. Like, nope, not going to have Doge holders. Not going to do that. So we like and appreciate the opportunity to trade Doge when Doge decides to have its demand function run up along like this, right? That's fine. It's a good coin. I understand why the price is this low. I can wrap my mind around and conceive around why the price of Doge is this low. Because they print more Doge. That's fine. That makes sense to me. But the price of every other coin here, like ADA, can you guys conceive of a reason why ADA is this low? I can't, right? It's Doge. Sure, they're printing more Doge. I don't want to create my own narrative, but at least the tokenomics make sense with the chart. Now, the question becomes the following. When do we achieve, right, a demand function? That's it. When do we achieve a demand function? And that'll be the fun of trading a coin that has some single, guys, in the market. It's very unique to have an explicable, a reason that could be explained as to why the price could do this. These other coins don't even have they don't have a reason to say so, maybe, if, and, or but. They don't have anything, guys. They don't have anything. It's just always, it's down, like, I'll bring up Polkadot. Polkadot, okay, Polkadot, here we go. In terms of Polkadot, let's just do it, guys. Polkadot is down. And, I could brag all day long about it. I don't need to. I don't want to. It's down. It hit my 86 perfectly. Bam. Right? Now, if it hits my 86 retracement, great. Someone's up 50% on their money. Great. Or multiples thereof and making bukus of cash on it. Great. I don't care. I don't care at all. I don't want to trade this. I don't want to trade something that's going down 86% and doesn't have any differentiation whatsoever with something like with Dogecoin. Right? I just don't want to. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to deal with it. It's not attractive to me. That's not the market I want to trade in. Oh, everything goes down 90%, and then you make your money. You just buy it at 90% off. After it's been dumped, it's just not my. I just don't want to. I just have a different level of appreciation for Doge with an expanding supply. Of course, it's going to go down in price. Yeah, it needs a nice runway. That's right. Well, look at the technicals on it. This other stuff could go to the dirt, man. Just let it go. Let it go. The mentality of that some of those crypto there's a lot to be said about it. I've said enough, but you understand kind of where I'm coming from. It's just like, and not to, you're abandoning crypto. I'm getting into the real framework of what is really, I'd say acceptable. I think should be acceptable for traders, real traders, right? I mean, we're trading, right? We're not continually going around and just sucking everything up that's 90% off for no reason. Then we want it to go back to the all-time high. We're excited about it. And we just made enough to buy a new Porsche, right? At the bottom level, like, after everyone's dumped it, like there's no reason for it to go down like that. It's just like, I don't want to be a part of a coordinated. We're not. VIP is not part of any coordinated like scheme to pump and jump and do it. I mean, it seemed like in 2022 we had a reasonable. And this is a fallout, guys. This is a fallout syndrome from 2021. We had a lot of coins that were presented as new utility, brand new frameworks, like, fantastic stuff, groundbreaking opportunities to get involved in. Let's go from ADA. Let's look at what's Sandbox is going to be the new biggest, best, brightest thing in the world, right? I don't even have sand on here right now. Let's look at Mana. I think Mana has caught back, right? It's going to go up. Let's look at Mana, right? Let's look at this in terms of Mana, right? Mana Decentraland is this powerful new, incredible new technology in line with Sand, in line with Gala. Do what? And we're going to continue to not only go down 80%, we're going to go down 80%, then we're going to go down 90%. And don't worry, we're going to go to a new all-time high, and then we're going to go down 90% again. Then it's just like, what is the, from the way that things were presented in terms of their utility in 2021, and like some groundbreaking opportunities, kind of reforming the entirety of like not just crypto, but some real-world utilities. You don't want to call crypto scam, but some do feel like that, if not soon, then later. Yeah, it's like, I don't want to buy a computer program or just necessarily even like a game, a function, a hyper, something like that doesn't have the real utility we've been looking for. And part of that utility is, I just have to say this, guys, part of the utility is the framework of the preservation of value, of something that you could anticipate classifying as an investment. We like to trade, guys, no problem. But something that you could classify as an investment. We're in a market, right? So I think that's fair enough. And to the extent that solidifies me more around, and us more around Bitcoin, cool. Like, am I worried at all? Nope. You guys got that right. Like, word, no big deal, right? No big deal at all. So yeah, it just seems like there are a lot of scams, and who's buying a lot of this stuff, and who's coordinating this stuff to like traject to the upside, and it becomes technically organized on the exchanges. This is technically organized. A lot of the pattern dynamics, everything else, where everyone's buying, it's in a bull pennant, et cetera, et cetera. Man, I want us to trade real coins, have our trades centered around real investments. Because if all this stuff just went 90% down, I don't want to pick it up at 90% and write it up to, I don't want a brand new Porsche off of every coin that goes down 90% again. That's not me, guys. I don't want that. I'd rather stick with Bitcoin, have a professional kind of demeanor and product before us. If it's to the extent that it's a bit, controversial in terms of its own utility, that's fine. It's open on the weekends. It trades on the weekends. I know that. Like the NASDAQ, it's correlated with the NASDAQ. Okay, great now. But it's open on the weekends. And I don't know, guys. To the extent that we see like, I bring up like DOT because I could be excited about DOT. It went down and hit perfectly my 86% retracement. Man, DOT, what is DOT? Polka dot? Really? I mean, is it like an integral new type of investment that's going to reshape? People who bought it don't even know if they were sold on it intentionally. Honestly, the way that your phones are programmed these days, the way that you have Google at your behest sending you information that you don't even know if you bought it or you were literally just sold it. And did you have a decision to even really willingly like evaluate it. It's just I'm not the whole hype deal is gone. The whole hype situation is out. I just particularly with the opportunity for any of these to pull off another Luna, you know, and Washington Stadium, Washington D.C. Stadium. You guys saw that in the back, didn't you? You guys saw this in the back. VIP saw it. Look at this in the back. I'm not sure where we put this. Look at this. Look at you guys see this? This is the stadium, Washington D.C. Stadium. Can you guys see what this is in the back? Look at this. These seats have Terra all over them. Terra for Luna. Okay? Okay. They have the Terra Club at Washington, D.C. National Stadium. Wow, in Washington, D.C. Here's the Terra Club, guys. Hey, the Terra Club in Washington, D.C. Luna Terra. You know, no thanks. Right. Hello. Washington, D.C. Stadium? Do what? Do what? Guys? No. No. So, yeah. You're going to have to match up against whatever other, thing that you want to justify as being a great utility and everything else against some coin that bought out Washington, D.C. National Stadium in the luxury boxes and everything else around the Senators and all this other stuff. I mean, you talk about people defending it, sure, but look at it. Look at all this stuff now. So I like the strong utility. I like what BTC can do. It trades 24/7, 365. Absolutely. And the Doge. And, hey, anyone who doesn't understand the fact that Doge has a reason to drop, and that's why I like it, because I understand it down in the dirt. I understand it at 85%, 90% off. No problem. They're printing millions of those little suckers. Huh? Everybody's going to want Doge. All little kiddos going to be wanting Doge, right? For whatever reason they're going to use it for. Let's see what Elon has in store. But it's come out like a shining star out of all this. It literally has. There's a reason for it to be 90% down. I mean, Polkadot, what's the reason for it being 86% off? So that people could target it below and make 50%. Like, for what? Is it useless? Is it really utterly useless? If it is, I don't want to see it. I just don't want it around. People have the right to trade it, but if they're just being sold something on a Google app or profile or something that like pushes content to people just so they buy stuff and get mentally brainwashed by the fact that it has a utility, that's not very cool either, man. Right? Whatever you want to say about it, but if they're unwitting suspects or unwitting victims of just, some people have too much cash. Oh, okay, they need a new quote-unquote investment. I don't want to talk about around investments that are going down 90% without any kind of justifiable reason. Well, Doge does that. It's got an increasing supply. You can't hold it. You really have to trade that thing, But it's once a year, twice a year. It's kind of fun to trade, something like that. Or Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin's got the utility, a lot of volatility. It's still kind of a young market. This other stuff is beyond. This is the point. This other stuff is beyond the young market stage with me, like with Polkadot, etc. That's beyond the young market phase with me. It went down 80% last year. Oh, this year it went down like 85, almost 90%. And people are just gonna I just don't want a brand new Porsche trading and buying something, in some capitulation mode. That's a glorified pump and dump. I just don't want to do it. And I don't want people to do it in crypto, to tell you the truth. I want real I want real coins. I want Bitcoin. The conversation stops at Bitcoin. That's it. That's a good thing. Let's see. Hold deal unless you hold it right before the rocket. Yeah, that's what people need to talk about more. They are making more Doge. It's not a good hold deal unless you hold it right before the rocket ride. That's right, Pat. I appreciate that input. Even if Doge goes lower, then that's where the money is. Yeah, and hit your targets on something that doesn't have a. I don't know. This is a big. It's just the conversation ends at Bitcoin and Doge is around. I'll deal with Doge because I want to see what Elon wants to do with it. And that probably upset people. He's on with Elon, whatever, whatever, just whatever. The same people probably hold. It's funny. Like, you would think about some people who criticize, like, well, that's the Elon group. We're going after the Elon group. You just imagine those same people own these pump and dumps. Some of these pump and dump coins. Yeah, they're just like oblivious to market reality in general. That's fine. And I'm not like some Elon fanatic or anything. Some people might be, but I'm not. Okay, so the rising wedge feature we're looking at. The discussion we had today is kind of important. Exchange, golden pocket, right? Integrity of the markets. I don't want to also, in addition to all that, I want equal access in terms of everybody able to hit their targets. We talked about that. We talked about a lot of the factors here involved, a lot of celebration because we got some great trades. Just great trades in the back, guys. VIP hitting trades. Nice to see that. Yo, great weekend. And we've been on for a bit, about 2 hours. And what I'll tell you guys is if you missed on any trades today, don't worry about it. Like, be selective about your trades. If you're overly selective, that's okay for a while. If you're careful, you'll get out of that shell in a little while. You'll figure out which trades are the right ones for you or otherwise. To the extent that we're looking at the triangulation, do we have some room to go? Technically, yes. And I mean technically, in terms of technical analysis, yes, we have room to go. Okay? Now, in terms of the, I'd say the full force feature to the upside, we've got quite a ways to go. All right? With the understanding the 4 hour has a few limitations on it, and with the understanding that currently we're above a rising wedge, we would really like to beat the rising wedge to the upside, but however, I'm a bit cautious going extremely long here. I've booked good trades. I've made money already. You guys know in the back we can hit into 1 or 2 trades and clear 70 to 150 to 200%, 300%. We can hit our trades when we find that they accommodate what we want to trade on, right? So to the extent that you're selective, continue to be selective. If you're having success at what you're having success on, congratulations. And in terms of my overall commentary on the crypto space, to the extent that you have a different opinion and you're a VIP, congratulations. I might like to be convinced otherwise. Okay, so this is just me. I might love to be convinced otherwise. That's why we're VIP. To the extent that you are not VIP and you disagree, well, I'm just going to stick with VIP. That's just it. If VIP disagree with me, I'd like to hear some good ideas about some good, interesting tokens that because we had the whole wave in 2019 and 20, all these coins that popped up like VeChain and everything. Oh, whoa, there's brand new stuff, right? And then it just went boom, down to zero. Like, what did Cardano do? 2017, 18, it went $1.50 or $1 whatever, over $1, and then it went back down to 3 cents. And then recently it went up to, what's the deal, guys? Come on. Huh? Yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean, guys? Come on. We stick with Bitcoin. It's fine. Bitcoin's fine. The discussion ends with Bitcoin. It just does. And I'm all for it. To the extent that you guys have a lifelong dream in holding something that could go all the way to zero, like Luna, I don't know, guys. I've also seen people investing in Luna. It being recommended to them that they invest in Luna at $1, then at 60 cents, then at 45 cents, then at 10 cents, then at 1 cent, then at, like, what are they doing? I told you guys, the bicycle gets run over by the dump truck, and then they try and sell me the bicycle. I'm not in that market. I don't want to buy the bicycle after it got run over by the dump truck. I know people that have spent good money, and like good amounts of money, investing in Luna. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, I just feel like that, guys. That's how I feel. It's this ultimate hype train people get on. It's this other influencers that I don't admit to really watching said it was a good idea, and dude, you just spent like 200 grand. You just literally eliminated it from your family budget because you're listening to some stupid influencer. Like 200 grand? Idiot. Absolute idiot. I don't want to be around idiots, guys. I don't want to be around idiots listening to idiotic influencers. I want to be investing in Bitcoin. That's where the rubber meets the road, period. I'm not going to be nice about that. Sitting by and watching people just waste $200,000 when I'm on the other edge of the coin saying, nope. Oh, but other influencers, yeah, man, just go, go. That's pitiful. That's on a record. That's pitiful. Pitiful. That's not just the crypto market. That's stupidity. Period. So the discussion ends with Bitcoin because that's our coin. That's what we focus on. This Bitcoin spike, right? Yo, you got it right. And what do we do, guys? We trade. We're having a great time trading. Let's take it to the back in terms of VIP. Let me do some shout outs to some of the VIP. VIP zone. Let's make sure that we hit up. Look at Freddie. Huh? Boom, 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 boom. Look at that, man. Freddie, man, just brilliant. Look at Freddie in the back. Boom. Look at the family. Everything else. Yo. And I am protective of VIP. Freddie doing a great job, brother. I just am. In terms of the essentials that we have, look at that 74% he hit. Jubal in the house. Yo, Jubal's great. He's great at TA, etc. We'll feature Pathfinder, the man, the Doge extraordinaire. Boom. And we'll get into Richard Rios. Hopefully you're around, Richard. I hope that Chris is around. And Richard, I'm so excited that put it on auto renew. It's nice to talk to you, but put it on auto renew. Cristobal, my man. What did Cristobal do? He's right there in the little middle around the mining machines, okay? What did Cristobal do? He joined. What is the first thing he asked me? Should I go long on Luna? You guys remember that? That was 2 weeks ago. What did I say? No, I wouldn't do it, right? Boom, like 36 hours before it drops. Cristobal's like, London, thank you very much. Yo, VIP in the house. Sean in the house. Because that's important stuff, guys. We have amazing stories like that. We just do. Luke in the house. What's up, Luke? Man, what's up, what's up, what's up? Nice family. Boom. Just so you guys get to know each other, too. Yep. Frankie. Yo, Frankie. I left you a message today, my man. Left you a message. I hope you got that message and you're doing well. Amos in the house. Amos, we got that scheduled for this week. We will be chatting. My man, my brother, you are not what happened to you. You are what you choose to become. Yo, I am Wealth Amos. We got Torque in the house. What's up, Torque? My man. I want to see you burn some rubber in the car. That'd be nice. Then we got Vlad, party champ. Don't try and compete, guys. You can't. Do not try and compete. You can't. I'm not going to try and compete, Vlad. I know that we can't. And who else we got, guys? Just a good group of dudes. Am I missing anybody? Chris. What's up, Chris? Boom. Chris, I know you're in Cali. Let's get everything together, brother. Get everything together. And Steve-O, my man, what's up? Guys, AJ Crypto, hold on. Look at Steve's setup, by the way. It's nice, guys. If you're looking at a setup, nice setup. AJ Crypto, et cetera, et cetera. If there's anyone I missed, you guys let me know. Anthony, dang it, Anthony, where are you? Anthony, I need you to direct message me so I can bring up your profile when we chat, when we're on stream. Please direct message me. All the other VIPs, please direct message me so I can bring you up when we're on the live stream. Hereby formally requested. And thank you guys for letting me vent. This whole Luna deal has just gotten me like, yeah. You guys understand, huh? Maybe a natural reaction. Huh? Maybe I'm having some sort of visceral crypto reaction. It's okay. I will seek counseling if I feel like I need it. I appreciate it. Looking at a potential for this descending triangulation. They've been playing relatively well, but you guys do see right now we are in the throes of, in the throes of a potential descending triangulation. Okay? Up and over. What do we got here? Descending triangulation up and over. Okay, up and over what, guys? Up and over the specific, very important moment here for Bitcoin as we talk about the descending triangle bearish feature up and over, right? Up and over that ascending wedge, right? So we have upside targets without a doubt. We're ready for this to surprise us, but most of the times, guys, it's a bearish feature. Bitcoin has played a few of these to the upside. It just has. That's a fact. That's not me explaining away, well, this could happen or that could happen. It's just a fact. If you've been trading, you've seen two of these back-to-back about 24 to 36 hours ago. Two of these back-to-back, boom, to the upside, okay? So don't count it out. Be prepared to trade. If you choose not to trade a descending triangle, hey, chill. No worries. You can catch the next pattern. Looking at the price right now, guys, 31,082. Appreciate you guys kind of just letting me have a powwow. If you guys disagree with everything I said, good. We live in a country where that's cool. Isn't that nice? Even if you guys live in another country, I think you still live in one of those countries where it's cool. We can disagree. And I may be a little bit offended by what's recently happened in the crypto markets and a little bit outspoken about them. But multiple billions of dollars potentially still. I have no idea what happened with Luna or anything else, or all these other coins just, I don't know what's gone on with all the other coins going down to 80% again, like 90%, 80 to 90%, all of them again. Like, okay, cool. I want to trade Bitcoin. I want to trade something with some esteem to it, a little bit of a solid, let people know we trade Bitcoin, right? Yeah, I don't want to jump on the next hype train, next pump train. I just don't want to do it. I want us to focus on BTC, right? And we'll pick up plenty of price action focusing on Bitcoin. I think it's a good thing to focus on now. I definitely think it's a good thing to focus on now. Guys, I'll let you guys go. It's been a couple of hours. Hopefully, and I'll say, Freddie, man, way to trade, brother. Freddie trading. Freddie doing a great job. We're on a level of support right now, indicated this descension. We'll see if buyers can pick up in this zone. Would be an interesting level to watch. A little bit of MACD in action. We'll talk in the back. How about that, guys? It's been a couple hours. Appreciate you guys being here. And Richard, yes. And Pathfinder, yes. So glad you guys rejoined. And just put that stuff on auto renew. It'll be a lot easier for you. We'll be in the back, be trading. And it's been a great weekend, guys. I'm so excited about the weekend. As bad as anything else in crypto could be, this is the greatest statement. I want to close with it. And I actually mean this, guys, big time. As bad as anything could be in crypto, what's like all that much better is that we have a killer trade group, period. We have some guys that can trade. TA, like absolute, just seriously talented guys that can trade. So as bad as any of this crypto, anything, the stigma or stink on any of this stuff that could be, on any of the coin, man, we got good traders. We got guys who can trade competitively. I'm just going to say they can competitively trade. And, I don't see guys on Wall Street booking trades, Freddie, for 70% in a couple of minutes there. Nice work. Nice work. And if they are, they're doing it right up against you on the weekend. You know that. You're competing right along with them. So it's nice to see all that success. Last night was a 90+% trade. Freddie, 2 or 3 today. Boom. My trades have gone very well, thank God. And I know all your trades are going well, from Jubal to Pathfinder to everybody. And we look forward to bringing you guys that advantage part of VIP. We want to get that market advantage without a doubt, right? So we'll continue to hammer into those technicals. And, yeah, as bad as anything could be, from Luna to anything else, guys, in crypto, we have that, like the complete opposite of that in a good way. We have that killer of a trade group. This is awesome, guys. It's really cool. So let's look forward to a good week. Rumor is there could be a decent week on equities. Let's see if that plays out, because that would be really remarkable. We've gone through the pattern diagnostics. We're going to be watching the NASDAQ and watching those components in the back. And you guys plug in. Sean, thanks for shouting out in the chats as well. Appreciate that. And make sure that you're plugged in the back. And guys, this is London with Bitcoin Spike. Such a pleasure to stream for you guys. Go have a great Sunday evening, and let's go get them this week. We'll have our work cut out again.